So welcome back to another episode of Stairways to Lanakila. So we are coming back to the ladder with sitting at the ratings of 1669. Currently we are using a team by Cyrus Or, the Hong Kong National Championships in London last week. So our first opponent is from Italy, which has teams of a very typical teams, except the Politoad itself. Is a Polygon 2, Alola Marowak, a Politoad, Tapu Lele, Garchomp, and also Celesteela. So maybe he will try to utilize the Trick Room. So I would just put Snorlax at the back. That'll be fine. So I first lead with the offensive lead of Ninetales and Sandslash and putting Snorlax at the back, and also Marowak should be a decent choice here. I guess Gyarados is a good alternative as well because it can intimidate 3 of his physical attackers. Yeah, but I need to a very solid counters for the Celesteela, so maybe I will try the Tapu Koko here. Yeah, there we do. So this Howl team is quite fun indeed, and I hope that in the following episodes we can climb up to the 1700s. So as usual, if you like this videos and enjoy this video, please kindly show support by giving a like or do a subscription on my YouTube channels. So I'm bringing my slow leads here and opposing Tapu Lele and Politoad. So quite a good lead from our opponents because Politoad should be slower than the Ninetales unless it's Scarf variant. So we'll see all the animations and reels come down to the drizzles. So it's still not the end of me because I can switch in. I will switch into Snorlax here. And do Iron Hats on the Tapu Lele. So hopefully Sandslash will be faster than Tapu Lele, but I guess not. But he's withdrawing his Tapu Lele into Polygon 2. Which is fair. So Dano would increase his special attack. And the Iron's coming in. Wow, that's a lot because of a critical hit. So the score onto Snorlax. No burns. Great. So I guess Snorlax should stay in the field at this moment. And I should probably attack Politoad and switching back to Ninetales so that I can preserve my Sandslash for the Lele after all. So Sandslash is coming back, switching the weather back to Hail. So we'll see whether he will use the Trick Room or not, because if he's going to use the Trick Rooms, it favors my Snorlax. If he is not, oh, but it burns. So he's using Tri-Attacks onto Snorlax. He really hates the Snorlax. So the frustration should be doing a very low amount of damage onto his Politoads here. Well, I guess I can still continue to attack with Snorlax. And I may do a protect here. So the lucky score burns actually disrupt my plans. Maybe I can use a wild charge so Snorlax receiving enough damage can get out the field and enable me switching, but no, I just stick to the plans. Frustration onto the Politos and protect of my Ninetales. So I guess he would double into the Ninetales, and there's a very high chance to do so. So, scores onto the Ninetales, great. How about Polygon 2 is going to recover? Excuse me. So Polygon 2 would still be another problem to me. So Polito should be under the freeze dried knockout range now. So the burns continues to hurt me, but that's the game, you have to take this. So freeze dry onto the Polito's and the frustration onto the Polygon 2. But he's withdrawing his Politoed and send out the Marowak. Very nice play. So freeze dry is not going to do a lot. And the dry attack should be going on to my Ninetales. No paralyzes and burns or freeze. So still, under these conditions, I guess he's going to use a Flare Blitz or Shadow Bones onto my Ninetales, while Polygon 2 will continue to attack on the Snorlax not. So maybe I would ensure that I can have a free switch here. So I just continue to use my frustrations onto the Politoes and do a protect. So Shadow Bones onto the Ninetales, and my frustrations goes first. That's probably he is going to use the trade rooms here. Great. That leaves me another problem to solve. So I'm not sure whether in the current range Marowak would be knocked out by the high horsepower with 50% deducted. And I guess he will just recover Polygon by the weight. The high horsepower going into the Marowak. And I hope the Sand Slash could take the Shadow Bones. So this Polygon is really tough. And he used a trick room is a very good chance. So high horsepower coming in is not going to do much on the Marowak. And the Shadow Bones onto the Sand Slash. That's a lot. And my defense drops. So Snorlax should be able to launch another attack onto Marowak. I guess I desperately need the criticals here. I'll switch into Tapu Koko's first. So I need to preserve my Ninetales in order to win the weather war against the Politos. because losing the weather wall means almost an instant loss. So, use the protect on the Malwack. Well, the bad news to me, indeed. And a try attacks from the Polygon 2. And it will knock out my Snorlax. So, there are still 2 turns from Trick Rooms, and I can utilize 1 switch. That's a tough question. Alright, I put my Ninetales back on the field first. So, if I were him, I would do a very safe play by using a Tri-Attack onto Ninetales and then a Boomerang onto the Tapu Kokos. So I guess I must do a double protect first. But he's withdrawing his Malwack into the Politoes. So I guess I still have some chances of winning this if he's switching back to Politoes here. But the Polygon 2 is another issue. The biggest issue, indeed. So I guess I need to preserve my Ninetales here. And I need I guess I need the Thunderbolt into the Politoes first. I can still leave Polygons 2 on the field. That's really tough. Polygon 2 combining with the Polito lead does very well against the Hell teams here. So we see the Tri-Attack onto Tapu Koko. Wow, that's a lot. And scores onto the Tapu Koko too. So he's just ignoring my Ninetales. I guess it's the time to do some praying that some freezings or yeah, you name it. I bet he's switching out his Politoes, so I need some flinching chance and freezing chance. So, no switching out. Polito is still staying in the field. And a Blizzard doing a very minimum. So, scored onto my Sand Slash. Should be knocking it out. And a Tri-Attack should be able to finish my Ninetales. A very... oh, but it's flinch. So does that mean I still have chances? There's a very long game here. Yeah, with Polygon 2 you can't really play fast. Unless you invest a lot in the special attacks But he's switching out his Politoes into Marowak. And the Blizzard comes in. So, oh, is already freezed? Frozen solid. Gosh. So Marowak should be in the knockout range of the Blizzard. But he's protecting first to store out my Blizzard and also the Hell. So after both of them are knocked out, is there any solution that I can do? So I still have 2 bullets of the Blizzard. I did not put PPs onto it because I don't anticipate these situations. So Blizzard should be knocking both of them out. A crit on the Marowak. So I guess I need both Blizzard hits in the range, and both of our plus Pokemon is freezing. Yeah, but you don't want to win this kind of games in front of the streams. But yes, but you should not give up at any time if you still have a chance to win. Alright. I guess the total chance should be 49% times 1% times 10%, 10%. So no freezings anymore. A Psychic should be finishing me off. Very nice control by my opponents. The timings of using the Trick Room is very well because but the unlucky scores on unlucky burns on my Snorlax really caused me the match. So let's see if we have some more lucky things in the next games. So we're now going back to 1651s. This team is, yeah, the free blues Pokemon here is quite tempting indeed. There's someone that's asked me in the comments about why my Snorlax is using a citrus with Thick Facts instead of the Thicky Berries and the Gluttony combinations, because this team is weak to Sun, as I said in the episodes previously, and I really need to counter this the Fire type moves very well, and yeah, Thick Fact do block the Torkoals very well. Yeah. We see our next opponent is coming from Sweden, which has a team of an Eeviomancy. Yeah, tough ones. So, Burning Tapu Koko and Ninetales seems to be a fair choice here. So the EV teams, how should I stop it? Because usually if I were using a standard team, I would use Tapu Koko and also a Marowak lead. And Marowak, usually my Marowak has the assets of Perish Zones. And Perish Zone indeed would taken with the bait and pass. So it's a tough matchup. I need Sand Slash for the speed controls, and I need some. Yeah, I guess the bulkness wouldn't help here. Right, let's see. I was anticipating my opponents to bring in the Smeagol and Eevee. So one of the reasons why I bring in the Tapu Koko is that I can stop the Smeagol from sporing into my putting my things into sleep. So as anticipated, the Smeagol and Eevee. But on the other hand, I have Ninetales and Tapu Koko. So I guess if I should play very offensively. If he has the access of Fake Out, yeah, I guess I should use a Blizzard and Thunderbolt onto Eevee so that I can knock his HP into 1 HP and the Snow could finish it off. So I guess this is one of the choice, but he may use the Follow Me here. But he's using the Wild Guard, very good. There's a good news for me here. So the reason why I don't use two spread moves is that, oh, yeah, the thing. Luckily, so the best play of it would be should be faking out into my Tapu Koko and hope that the Blizzard won't knock out the Eevee at this moment. But the game is still not over. He still have 2 assets, but Clefairy, I guess it couldn't do a lot to me. So I use a Freeze Stride and a Thunderbolt. In that case, if he brings to attacking, okay, but he forfeits. Yeah, knocking out his Eevee is quite critical here. So 1 long game and 1 short games, bringing the close to these episodes, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.